Morning, all. It's Marie. I wanted us to just chat about allergies and anaphylaxis. Now, I may be singing my story again, and the reason I do is because I'm speaking from first hand experience. At the age of 20, I first developed an allergy to penicillin. Shortly after that, to cephalosporin, sulfur, and quinolone. Those are all just antibiotics. Subsequently, over the years, I've also had allergic reactions to tablets such as malaria tablets and other pharmaceutical drugs. Then I also have allergies to food and actually anaphylaxis with just one bite. Now, when I had my allergic reaction to the penicillin, I had got a abscess under my tooth and I was given the penicillin. Now, I had used penicillin plenty times before that. My parents were very much into the pharmaceutical drugs and often took us to the doctors, had the doctors out to our houses or our house. In those days, yes, they did home duties, if we may call them such. And anyway, at this stage, when I took the penicillin, what actually happened is specifically it started on my joints. Shortly after taking the penicillin, I started coming up in bumps on my knees, my elbows, my wrists. They were initially just red, but it swelled and swelled, and eventually, instead of having, let's say, six bumps, it turned into one huge mass. It also turned like a very dark blue color, almost like a bruise, and then almost a black. Anyway, like I say, subsequently to with my anaphylaxis with food, it has happened to me on three occasions. I never eat out because I am too afraid of what they are putting into sauces and other products. But the first time it happened to me was a number of years ago. I went to a restaurant, in the city I live in, Polokwane, and I ordered some food. My kids, or my youngest son was with me, Warwick, and I dipped a piece of bread into the sauce and put it in my mouth, and within seconds I had anaphylaxis. What actually happens here is that thankfully my breathing or my airways never closed up, but my throat totally does. So, and I start building up huge amounts of mucus. When I say huge, I mean huge. It pours out of my mouth within seconds where that then I literally can't breathe. So I've got to keep spitting out or getting rid of this mucus out of my mouth. The second time this happened to me was maybe 2, 3 years ago. We went on holiday to Natal and went up to Durban, and again, I just I ordered a bunny chow, very South African dish. You get them in vegetarian, chicken, beef, whatever, mutton. And again, I just cut off a piece of the bread and dipped it into the sauce, and exactly the same thing happened. Every time it has meant that I've had to be rushed for emergency treatment. Unfortunately, there is no way around it. Um, if I was in a position to use activated charcoal, I certainly would have. But with my throat closing up totally, I can't even swallow the tiniest sips of water. So, it's impossible to get that charcoal into your body, the activated charcoal, that is. So the last time, like I say, I never really go out to eat because of this. I'm very careful about the types of spices or herbs or whatever. I don't use the mixes. For instance, the steak and chops and the chicken spices and all that. I don't. I mix my own. I do use fresh and dried herbs, and I do use pure spices like turmeric or cumin or whatever. But I basically do my own mixes. And anyway, Nadine came to visit, and she wanted us to go for a lunch. And initially, I was a bit reluctant, but I thought, you know what? I hardly ever see my kids, and yes, it would be very, very nice. Once again, one bite, only one bite, and I had anaphylaxis and had to be rushed for treatment again. Um, your blood pressure normally falls quite hectically. Anaphylaxis is a dangerous situation. Your organs can actually shut down within minutes or even seconds. Like I say, mine, the reaction is so quick and so fast that there's no time to think of anything else or do anything else. It just happens virtually instantaneously. I would be interested to hear from my friends um, if they've ever had allergic reactions to different foods. We know that certain nuts, such as peanuts, can often cause allergic reactions. Thankfully, I'm not allergic to any nuts, including peanuts. I can eat them. But it would be interesting to chat to my friends and just find out, have they had allergic reactions? What were their allergic reactions to? Have they had anaphylaxis? What were their experiences? Anyway, just giving you a little bit of background. As I say, it's a very dangerous situation to be in. Anyway, have an awesome day. Love you lots. Bye.